morning.
Bueno, profe, ¿cómo está?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien. Estábamos cagados de frío también.
Y no es chiste.
Hoy sí está helado, güey.
No, sí está horrible.
No, pero a mí me encantan los climas así, sinceramente. O sea, la sufro porque estoy donde mi tío y acá no tengo ropa. Entonces,
Ah,
no tengo buzo y ando con chores y me tengo que poner la cobija encima.
oh, qué mal. Ya, pero ahí por lo menos tenéis la mantita ahí con el burrito,
Sí, estamos de pan.
la capuchita. Ya, bueno. Tenía un cafecito ahí por último para...
Se me olvidó hacerme el cafecito.
Con eso ahí te calentáis un poco.
Sí, apaña. Se voy a hacer.
Ya, ahí están entrando los chiquillos. Morning, everybody. I hope you're doing... hey, what's up? Well, it's a cold morning today, so remember to use a nice like a blanket, warm clothes. Maybe make yourself a coffee so that you can keep warm. And in my case, I'm feeling much better. Um, Ayer desperté con un asco así por las pastillas, digamos. Y estaba así como, no estaba como en condiciones, no me sentía bien. Ahora mucho mejor. Because I guess my body is like kind of getting used to the treatment. Llevo 5 días, son 14, así que vamos que se puede. But the antibiotics are kind of strong, it's like a lot for my body. So, but I feel okay today in comparison to yesterday. Okay, so we are recording this session on YouTube, and then I'm going to copy and paste the link on uCampus, right? And what else? Well, I also recorded a like an asynchronic lesson, which is kind of short, like 20 minutes. And it's already on uCampus too, so that you can check it out. It's about past models, or also as perfect models. Okay. And today we're going to study about lexical contents, lexical items. And I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yo. So, English vocabulary and use. Yeah, this is the book that we're going to use today. And let me open the calendar so that we can check where we are right now. This is intermediate. Primary verbs, imperatives. We already studied that. Um, Also, we started studying about short stories, um, describing people. This is the thing that we should study today. Describing people. And should have and might have. It's already on your campus. With the record um, lesson. And if we got time, we should discuss about direct and indirect question. But if not, I think we're going to just deal with describing people. Okay. So any questions, any comments, or any intervention, you can do it. You just use your microphone and use your chat room. Okay. Let's see. Do you like my background?
It's very cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Are you excited about the new
Season.
season?
Yes.
Yes, of course. I am obsessed on that. No, wonderful, wonderful. It's a really, really good
Chicos
news.
pelean por los territorios. La serie.
All right. There are some people who've been reading the manga, but I haven't had time. I got a lot of work, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to. And I've been watching like Jujutsu Kaisen and Nanatsu no Taizai, like 3 or more series. So I don't have time to read the manga. But a lot of people say Stone Ocean is like I don't like cumbia. It's like good. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay. Let me check out George's. Yeah, absolutely George's. Okay. So let me lead you now to describing people, which is one of the topics here. Describing people. Yeah, we're going to talk about appearance and personality. Okay. Here we go. This if you wanna check out the book, in this case is page 20 of the English vocabulary in use, upper intermediate. That's the book. And so we're gonna concentrate, I think, on the structure, of the language that we use to describe appearance in general. I don't think this is like not a really popular topic in my personal opinion, but anyway, I think we need to learn the in this case the vocabulary to describe human beings in this case. For example, we talk about her face, skin, and complexion, right? And in this case, we got like different examples. For example, she's got straight hair in this case, and she's thin-faced, or she's gonna thin face in this case. So if you check out here, you can see, for example, the word thin-faced, which is a compound adjective. We call it a compound adjective because we got, for example, the ed ending, and also we got the like an adjective in this case plus a noun. So how we construct the compound adjectives is pretty much using an adjective together with a noun, and then we put ed at the end of the noun. Okay. So it's pretty much like the example here, like thin face, but we put d at the end. We put a hyphen, which is el guion, and we don't use a, because in this case she's got a thin face, but when you use the compound adjective, you say she is thin-faced. Okay. It's like, for example, in my case, I am kind of round-faced in my case. So it's like como de cara redonda, así como I am round faced. Okay. Like the next lady, for example, she's got long wavy hair in this case, and she's round faced. What else? The next, she's got curly hair in this case, and is of Afro-American or Afro-descendant. I like the term like black. But anyway, a lot of people say black people with respect, but I prefer Afro-descendant. What else? He's got a crew cut in this case, and he's white. So in this case, crew cut, you can see here, kind of like the, you know, short hair, but like really traditional in this case. Not the marine cut, because like the Marines, they shave pretty much like the sides in this case, but looks pretty much like the guy in the Navy, something like that. What else? He's bald in this case, bald, and has freckles. You know, you got, when you got freckles, you got this like maybe yellowish spots on your face. Pequitas. The next, he's got a bird in this case, maybe an epic bird, kind of an epic beard, and a mustache in this case, and has a chubby face. When you say a chubby face, it's like, you know, como carita abultada, así como, yeah, that's the idea, o como con cachetitos. Es como la idea de la chubby face. Okay. I think it's more common to use chubby face for little kids. You know, I don't understand like using chubby face in an adult, but that's the idea. You con cachetitos. What else? He's got receding hair and a few wrinkles. Remember that this is British English. Okay, so there are some terms that people don't use in the United States, but in Great Britain they use these terms. Receding hair is pretty much like gray hair, you know, but it's not completely gray, but it's like getting gray. Okay. And a few wrinkles, you see, like you know, the lines, the expression lines, we call them. And what else? He used to have black hair in this case. He used to have black hair, but now it's gone gray, almost white. You see? So gray, normally it's gray hair, but white is like when you got like como canas bien marcadas. That's the idea. Okay. So any questions and any comments about this? No questions? Nope. Yeah. Crystal clear. Also, there is a couple of questions in this case, but we're not going to stop in this case because it's like, what sort of person would you find attractive, which is like kind of a long conversation. So I won't stop in this case on this section. Height and build. So I'm gonna stop on this section, which is for example, fat may sound impolite, absolutely impolite. It's kind of a forbidden word to say that. Instead, we can say that someone is rather plump or stout or a bit overweight. In the United States, they say, you know, it's a big person. That's it. And only if the context leads you to describe the body, because it is necessary. Because if you don't have to talk about that, you know that we don't do it. That's the idea. Like having opinions on the body of another person is like really, really rude. If someone is broad and solid, we can say that they're stocky. So in this case, you know, there are people who are like big and kind of muscular. So in that case, we say that they are like solid and stocky, you know. A person with good muscles in this case, it can be well built or muscular. So that's the type of, the gym person. Generally said about men, okay, but it could be about women too. Absolutely. Someone who's very fat in this case can be described as obese, but again, it's not nice to say that. And especially when talking in a medical context, in that case, absolutely yes, because you're describing, in this case, like a situation in the medical context. Okay, I would say only in the medical context. Someone who is thin can be described as slim also, which is positive, or skinny, like in the negative sense. All right. And if someone has a nice figure, they have an attractive shape in this case. Generally said about women, but of course about men too, right? Kind of equalizing the situation. Some people say maybe that I think in this case, the old fashioned or the old school used to say that men were like called handsome, right? And ladies can be called cute or beautiful, but today it's like pretty much like the same thing. Like it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can say good looking, you can say beautiful, you can say cute to any gender and no problem, right? Handsome is still kind of just talking about men, but I I wouldn't bother if a girl is called handsome. It's like you perfectly communicate the idea, right? What else? General appearance in this case. um I would like somebody to help me reading this section. I don't know if you'd like to read this part, like general appearance. And then we're going to analyze the vocabulary, which is in bold. Anybody would like to help with the reading, please? Just yeah, go ahead. Take the mic.
I'm going to do tic-tac-toe with Julian.
All right. No
So
problem.
no, po.
Go ahead.
Ya,
No
dale,
worries.
dale, a ver, espérate. Dilo tú, lo hago afuera de la cámara para que yo no vea.
Yeah. Cachipún.
¿Qué hiciste? Ah, por la mierda ya. Ya, entonces me toca. ¿Cuál tengo que leer? General Appearance.
General appearance, please.
Ya. ¿Hasta dónde?
Hasta important.
Ay, ¿dónde dice important? Abajo, chuta. She's
Yes.
very smart and elegant woman. Always well dressed. Her husband is quite the opposite. Very scruffy and untidy looking, messy looking. Chloe looked stunning in her red dress, very attractive. He's very good looking, but his friends were rather unattractive. Her eyes are her best feature, the most attractive part of her face. Do you think beautiful women are always attracted to handsome men? I don't think. I think personality matters most. First impression are always important. Your first reaction to someone.
Thank you very much, Julian. That was brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so we got like several different adjectives in this case to describe general appearance, like smart and elegant. Smart is in this case is not like intelligent. In this case, is pretty much like neat, clean, well organized. Talking about in this case the clothes, right? And also about for example, the hair, everything. like with makeup. It's like the typical, stereotype. And an elegant woman in this case, always well dressed in this case. And the opposite of that should be scruffy, you know, and untidy looking or messy looking in this case. Normally, I think that also this is kind of rude because sometimes it's kind of relative. Some people can say that a person wearing maybe sports clothes is kind of scruffy, or I don't know, the hairstyle. Some people say it's scruffy, but it's more from the conservative traditional point of view, right? So untidy looking or messy looking could be at the same time, kind of cool, but it depends who's saying that. Also, stunning in this case is, yeah, it's like beautiful, like a great look, talking about, the clothes and the appearance in general, stunning. Or yeah, good looking. We talked about that. That's general terms for any gender. Also, unattractive, I think is rude also. You know, I don't know in which context we can use unattractive in this case. Maybe unattractive to you, talking about, physical attraction, but a person can be unattractive to you personally, right? What else? Her eyes has her best feature or characteristic in this case, like a specific part of the body. Yeah, like this in this case, beautiful. The book is making the difference between beautiful and handsome. Okay. According to gender. Mm. And personality, first impressions. Yeah, that the rest I think is kind of clear. Okay. Any questions about this section? About the vocabulary? Any
I
comments?
have a question about a word that we saw like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Um, when we talk about a person who may be, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but recently I'm I know and I believe that the right word to describe persons who might have, I don't know, who might be fat.
Yeah.
I don't like to use the word either, but I don't know how to say it. It's used the word chubby, just as the guy with the mejillas grandes. And
Oh,
I believe that that's a word that is used like nowadays, but I don't know if
chubby.
it's correct. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You can use chubby person, and it's like it's not so rude as fat. Sorry. Absolutely nicer in this case. Chubby person. It's
Mhm.
actually kind of tender to say that, because chubby es como grandecito, o incluso como rellenito, una cosa así. So
Yeah.
it sounds like nicer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job on that. Great. What else? Oh, this section. The suffix ish in this case is useful for describing people, right? A lot. Some people say is use ish for everything. She is tallish. Es como decir ella es como altita, así como altita, así. O he has brownish hair. Es como el pelo como cafecito. Es como cerca, pero no es exacto, pero siempre es como trying to be nice in this case. He must be 30-ish. It's like, como debe tener como 30. Eso es como la idea. Or in his 30s, for example, right? Or for example, you can say she's got or he's got, or they have like blackish hair. So in this case, when you say blackish hair, it's like Es como entre negro y otro color. You know? That's the idea. Okay. It's always like getting closer to the perfect description, but it's not exactly that. Okay. Yeah. So and normally you use ish at the end of in this case adjective. What else? So we got here some exercises so we can do now. Okay. So good thing about Looming PDF is that we can type right here. Okay. So exercise number 1 in this case. Hold on a second. It's 200. Yeah. Okay. So in the first exercise we got, I wish I could get a tan like yours, but my skin just goes red in the sun. So in this case, do you know the meaning of tan in this case? Anybody knows what tan is? Great. So go ahead, Ivana. Go ahead.
El bronceado.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. It could be natural, it could be artificial, whatever you want, but it's a tan. The general term is tan. When you go to the solarium, it's like just tan. I remember that there were some jokes about Donald Trump because it was not a tan, it was like an orange like orange face, orange face or orange tan, beautiful orange skin tone of Trump. That's what I was talking about. And when there is like a suntan, it's because of the sun in this case, and it's kind of in this case like natural because of maybe the skin characteristic. What else? My cousin used to have a lovely blah blah blah, but she's put on weight in all the wrong places since she stopped taking much exercise. Used to have a lovely, in this case. Choose a word from the opposite page. Okay, to complete these sentences. So basically the idea should be to take an adjective that we've been studying from this page and then use it here. All right, but my cousin used to have a lovely
it's like body, but I don't. I think this is very. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
very disgusting.
I was going
yes.
to say appearance, but I believe that's more general than talking about maybe her body or anything else.
Exactly. Yeah, we can skip that if you want. Yeah. All right, the next. These books, I think they're so outdated. They're like from more than 10 years ago. It's like they don't consider like being kind of nicer in examples. Okay, number 3. Thomas's eyes are his best blah blah blah. They are so large and sparkly in this case, and such a deep brown. Sparkly, you understand? Sparkly is like they like kind of shine. So I'm gonna read the chat in this case. Figure, yes. Or I would say
feature,
okay,
characteristic.
Yes, feature, characteristic. That's the word. Okay, figure is more like the la figura, right? But in this case, is hold on, feature.
Basing about the second item.
Yep.
I believe that it can be good looking because if we had text in general appearance, in one part is mentioned that he's very good looking. So if we have to use that word, I believe that it could be good looking because she was pretty. No, his cousin was pretty, but then
Mm-hmm.
he didn't do exercise, so he's not good looking anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of close in this case, but yeah, Valentina said something on the chat, which I agree. It's something that I agree in this case. Yeah, he used to be a good looking person. Yeah, in that case, you can say that, he used to, or she used to be a good looking person. And but in number two, I prefer to use figure, or the first thing you said, Ivana, appearance. Yeah, that was cool. That was perfect. So you can use in this case. Hold on. Mm, Figure or appearance. Yeah. Okay. But I would never say this in the real world. What else? Uh, Number two is such a boomer thing to say. Absolutely boomer, man. Absolutely. It's like, why? Why the heck are you saying something about somebody else's body? He's like, shut up. What else? Number four in this case. Jess is in his 30s, but she still has the same lovely, fresh, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's so boomer too. It's like, no, si no way decir nada hoy en día. It's like, come on, it's because of there is a reason. There are many reasons to not to say that. Okay. Lovely fresh. Um, as her young daughter has. Yeah, making comparisons. Okay, let me check out this one. Yes, Jess is in her the same lovely fresh. Mm, I got one, but I would like to hear your opinion in this case. Lovely fresh. Well, I would say skin, maybe. Lovely fresh, or personality. I think it's maybe you can say that.
I was going to say personality because I don't know. I don't believe that skin is like I mean skin can be fresh and lovely, but I don't know.
Yeah, I understand what you say. I don't know either which context is okay to say that. It's like, maybe I don't know if you go to the staticist, but only in that context, and maybe.
Of course.
What about look, or is it, or looking? Lovely fresh look. Yep, I would say maybe in general, like lovely fresh look. That's it. Yeah, sounds good to me. Only in the context of um, I don't know what context then. What else? Let's continue. There are so many funables things in this exercise. A lot of them. Okay, hold on. First impression. Same lovely fresh first. The next number five. Staff at the bank were told to dress smartly. Okay, yeah, formal clothes for work. So they would always create a good on customers. Mm,
A good first impression.
yeah, I think it's a good first impression. I remember the time when if you go to an office or if you go to any place and maybe you can be wearing like a uniform, but if you got tattoos, the people were looking like oh, and it's like what the heck, you know? It's like what's the problem with that tattoo, you know? And the person is wearing the uniform, so what's the problem? So yeah, another boomer thing in that case. So yeah, this is so first impressions. Like, who cares about that? Okay, number 6. I'd call her blah 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 rather than ginger haired. Her hair's dark brown with just a ting of red in it. So in this case, ting is like como un poquito, or like some lines in the hair, stuff like that. Como tintes, podría llamarse también ting, right? But again, making opinions of another person's body, but whatever. Yeah, I'd call her rather than ginger haired. Her hair's dark brown. Um, Let me think about this. Haired, absolutely. We need to use the adjective, compound adjective with haired, but I'm thinking about the color. Her hair is dark brown, just a tinge of red in it. What color would be dark brown in this case?
I'm about what you were saying about the suffix ish.
Yep, could
Maybe
be.
I don't know if it's correct, but what about gingerish?
Yep, I agree with that. Gingerish could be. Yep. And I'd call her gingerish rather than ginger haired. Dark brown with just a tinge of red. Yep, gingerish. I like it. But if you got another option, it's okay. There's not only one right answer. Ginger. Es como decir, es como decir tirado para rojo o tirado para o como cercano a red hairs. How do you say red hair in Spanish? Ginger is in the option in English, the same as red hair. I forgot. Bueno, anyway, hay una palabra para decir personas que tienen el pelo así como naranjo, rojo, natural. But I don't remember right now. The next, George says that the blah 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 round his eyes just show that he has smiled a lot in his life. Okay, I got it.
Wrinkles?
Exactly. Good job. Wrinkles. This is very nice to say. Or some people call them lines of expression, como las líneas de expresión en vez de arruga. But I think it's a nice thing. I mean, George says that the wrinkles around his eyes just showed that he smiled about in his life. Yeah. What else? The next. Even in jeans, Elena manages to look. Even in jeans, Elena manages to look. Como aún en jeans, Alina se esfuerza por verse. O logra verse. Manages como logra verse. I don't know. Yeah, I think we should cancel the book, right? It's like there are so many cancelable things in this book. Handsome, beautiful in that context. Yeah, to look beautiful, to look.
Can it be smart or elegant?
Yep, I agree.
Because when we use jeans, it's like more informal or semi-formal.
Yep.
And I believe that.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. If you maybe some people know how to combine the jeans with other like upper clothes, pieces of clothes. So maybe they wear a jacket and they wear jeans and they go to the office or to the university and they still look smart and elegant. So yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. This is so relative, there's nothing written on this, so yeah, and this is the final exercise, and then we continue with the rest of the class. Okay, what time is it? Maybe it's, oh yeah, we're finishing. We're finishing with this one. Okay, number 9. Carla looks beautiful in old clothes and without any makeup. But when she's dressed up for an evening out, she is absolutely I would think about something like wow, she's absolutely wow.
Like stunning.
Yeah, outstanding, like stunning in this case. Yep, I think it's stunning. Yeah. All right. We have finished this very amazing. In that case, we can say amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yes. Awesome, amazing, stunning, gorgeous. That's another one. Gorgeous. I'm gonna type it in this case in the chat room. Gorgeous. So yeah, what we can do, for example, to make this class like less funable, less cancelable, we can think about a lot of positive adjectives. Like if we make the effort to think and learn a lot of positive adjectives, I think we're doing a good job in this case, like trying to tell the people something nice and stuff like that. Okay, we can learn maybe the opposite only for a matter of knowledge, but it's something that we're not going to use in the real life. Okay,
To avoid it. Just
yeah.
to avoid it.
It's just to avoid it, exactly. All right, my dear fellas, thank you for attending this lesson today. And next class, we're going to deal with next week. We're going to deal with more about the writing and more about, in this case, grammar. Okay. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for your patience and have a great day.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Have a great
See
day.
ya.
See you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
So, bye.